Welcome back to another episode. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, keep up to date with what I'm trying to share with you guys. So I just wanted to catch you guys up on what James Newbury and Kahn Porter are doing. They're seriously making the rest of Australia jealous, especially those people in New South Wales and Victoria. Right now they are travelling around Europe. They have recently just competed on a team, so as part of a team at the Butchers Classic in Europe. And they placed 4th overall. So not a bad job considering that they've been doing a lot of partying, a lot of traveling, no control over really what they are eating and stuff. And obviously their training and stuff would be all over the place because they're traveling around so much. They're currently in Playa, Mexico, and they're going to be hosting a workshop at CrossFit Fibonacci, where they're going to be going over what it's like to be a games athlete, going through some training information, nutritional stuff as well, with people who join up to the seminar. As I said, Australians would definitely be seriously jealous watching them at the moment because we have been in lockdown for such a long time, especially Sydney, which is where Kahn Porter's from, so we've pretty much missed all of this. And then Victoria is also in lockdown, has been for a while. And South Australia, I believe, where James Newbury is from, is currently looking at restrictions as well. So those guys are enjoying their time and their little bit of freedom whilst they have it. In other news, I wanted to talk about Dimitry Klokov. Now, Klokov is probably one of the strongest athletes that I have personally ever met. So I went to his seminar back in maybe 2014 or so, when he first kind of came onto the scene. Especially in CrossFit, everyone was like raving about him and how much he could lift and stuff. So he's actually an Olympic weightlifter. He's been to the Olympics and stuff as well. And I'm pretty sure he is a silver medalist at the Olympics. Now, he's actually recently just got into CrossFit. And it's really cool to see. So he's recently just got into CrossFit and he's actually just finished his very first competition. And it wasn't just any competition. It was actually the European Championships, and he competed in the RX men's division. There was 76, I think, competitors in that division, and he actually finished 39th, which is really, really cool to see. 39th out of 76 people, and he's literally been doing CrossFit for maybe 10 months. So, and he's also a heavier athlete as well. So for him, the gymnastics and stuff, it's not easy to do being a heavier athlete. Lucky he is quite strong, and he is obviously an athlete. When it comes to the barbell and stuff with the Olympic lifts, he just dominates that kind of stuff because that's what his niche is. But it was also just awesome to see that someone who's so high profile is into a new sport and is taking up a new sport. Now, he has stated that his goal is to make it to the CrossFit Games in the 40 to 44 division age group. So he's got a couple of years to be able to make it in that category. I believe that he might not be 40 yet. I think he's still in his late 30s. So he's got a little while to be able to prepare. But considering how well he's done over this past 8 or 10 months of how long he's been doing CrossFit, he has come a long way. Like, I remember watching not long ago videos of him trying to handstand walk. And then the other day I was looking through his feed and he was handstand walking around what he'd set up foam rollers, and he was handstand walking around them. Now, I've been trying to handstand walk for a long time, and I can't even handstand walk around obstacles. So that's really, really cool to see how far he's come in such a short period of time. Now, he competed in 5 events. In event 1, it was a run and a swim. A run and a paddle and a run. He came 43rd. Then event 2, it was a barbell complex. He came 2nd in that. Then event 3, they called it the Eliminator. He came 51st in that. Then event 4 was a chipper, and he came 50th in that. Then event 5 was a sprint assault bike. So he had to do a certain amount of calories on an assault bike. Then he had to do 20 clean and jerks. Then he had to do a certain amount of calories on an assault bike and finish with 10 clean and jerks. And that was at 60 kilos. He did the first set of 20 clean and jerks unbroken, touch and go. Cool to watch. I think the only thing that really let him down in that is the gassiness from the assault bike, and then getting back onto the barbell. He hasn't really adapted to that yet, that high intensity and that breathing through and performance. However, he still came 17th, and he came 2nd in his heat only by split seconds. So that was really cool to see. Now, after the 5th event, obviously there was a cut, so he didn't continue on after that, but that was still such a great achievement. Alright, so that's all I've got for you guys today. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, keep up to date with what I'm putting out to you guys, and make sure you share it with people. Put down some comments down below. I'm happy to write back to you guys as well. Thanks.